U.S. gymnast Simone Biles does it again. She made history at the World Gymnastics Championships in Germany over the weekend. Gosh, she's amazing. She won a pair of gold medals on Sunday, her fourth and fifth of the event. She now has won 25 world titles. That's an all-time record for any gymnast. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for waking up with the Valley today. I'm Lisa Bedeau. We're just getting started now with our nonstop news and weather to the top of the hour to help you plan your day. New this morning, an emergency landing on the way to Minot. A Delta flight from Minneapolis had just taken off around 5:30 last night when oxygen masks dropped during a sudden drop in altitude. One passenger tells our Bismarck station KFYR that the pilot said an error message was forcing them to land and instructed passengers on how to use those oxygen masks. The woman says the cabin smelled like an electrical fire. The plane landed safely in St. Cloud. There were about 50 passengers on board. No one was hurt. Passengers boarded a new plane for the trip to Minot around 10 last night. 4 duck hunters are recovering after high winds capsized their boat in central Minnesota over the weekend. The Crow Wing County Sheriff's Office says they got the call from near North Long Lake around 10 Saturday morning. The Brainerd Dispatch is reporting that all 4 people were wearing life vests and were able to make it to shore and call for help. A deputy says when he found them alongside a road, they all had signs of hypothermia from being exposed to the cold water and cold air. Wind chill at the time was about 26 degrees. Search crews are headed back out today to look for a small plane from South Dakota. That plane has been missing now for a week. The pilot took off from Aberdeen Sunday night around 10 on his way to Oaks, North Dakota. The missing plane is a white single-engine Cessna 172 with light blue markings. Authorities believe the plane has an emergency locator beacon, but no signal has been detected. The search was suspended during the storm late last week, but nearly 90 personnel and 4 planes from both North Dakota and South Dakota were back out searching yesterday. 8 minutes before 7, let's get a check of our storm team forecast on this Monday morning.
Good morning. Still cleaning up from that big snow system. And in case you missed it, here's a look at some of our reported totals. The areas where we saw the heaviest snowfall, that 20 to 30 inch range from Langdon down through Devil's Lake toward Jamestown. And then those totals dropped off from there. But that's a lot of snow to try to get melted and working through the system. Left a lot of us with a weird scene of not only white, but Halloween decorations. A lot of us looking like the Nightmare Before Christmas out there here in the Valley. And this was in Langdon. Thanks, Susan, for sharing your photo. If you've got a photo to share, head to our website, valleynewslive.com, and you can upload your photos to our gallery. So now we're working on melting it. A lot of the snow is melted in Fargo. We're at 35 degrees right now. It's 33 in Grand Forks. We're colder this morning as you step out the door in the south and west where we've cleared out, where we have that fresh snowpack. We're into the low 20s, rather, in Oaks at 23. Good things here. We've got light wind out of the south. We've got good visibility this morning throughout the region and no moisture falling out of the sky here today. So a good start to the work week, a good morning commute compared to last Friday's. This is just looking wonderful. Watch out for some icy patches, but other than that, things are starting off pretty nicely today. We'll expect to have more cloud cover up to the north here in your hour-by-hour planner. More sunshine to the south, especially southwest through the morning. And as we head into the afternoon, we'll more likely see some low 40s to the south and east. And where we still have that snowpack we're working away at, we're into the 30s there, but above freezing. So little by little, getting this out of here. Now, heading into tonight, we've got our one system that will be impacting us for this week. It starts moving in overnight and continues into the day on Tuesday. Should be pretty light stuff, but still, we don't want to see any more moisture here. And unfortunately, we're looking at about a ½ inch of liquid moisture rain or melted snow or less for us in the valley once this is all said and done on Tuesday. After that, a nice stretch of dry weather and temperatures that warm up by the end of the week. And now for a look at traffic, here's Devin Fry with the Valley Today's Traffic on the Move.
Thank you, Lisa, and good morning, Red River Valley. We we've returned to the interstates. We're on I-29. We're heading northbound toward Grand Forks, and as you can see, it has gotten busier since this morning. Now, it was already busier than what we're used to at the top of the hour. However, it's now gotten a little bit more so, and that's something that I expect to keep happening throughout the morning. Is as we get closer and closer to school or work day, the busy roads are only going to become busier. So, besides I-29, the other busiest roads that I've seen today are 32nd Avenue. 32nd Avenue is starting to load up for sure, especially on the west side of that road, and also on 45th Street. Now, overall traffic flow this morning, like I said, started off fairly busy. It's getting a bit busier as we get closer and closer to school or work day. Conditions-wise and construction-wise, nothing should really be interrupting the traffic flow except for the long-standing construction projects. We're going to keep checking in on the roadways, but for right now, for your traffic on the move, I'm Devin Fry.
Tomorrow marks 1 year since the murder of a couple in a small western Wisconsin town and the kidnapping of their teenage daughter. 13-year-old Jamie Klaas was taken from her home in Barron in the early morning hours of October 15, 2018, after her parents were shot to death. The entire community searched for her for weeks, but it would be Jamie herself who escaped her captor 88 days later from a cabin 70 miles away. She now lives with her aunt. Back in May, Jamie said while she lost her parents and her home, the ordeal did not break her spirit, and she wants to do great things with her life. 22-year-old Jake Patterson is serving life in prison for murder and kidnapping. A man is in jail for terrorizing after reports of several shots fired in North Fargo. Police got the call around 4:30 yesterday morning about gunfire outside an apartment building at 10th Street and 30th Avenue North. That's a block north of McKinley Elementary School. Streets around the building were blocked off for several hours as officers investigated. No one was hurt, but police are still trying to determine what led up to the shooting. Authorities say a former U.S. Postal Service employee in Minnesota cheated the government out of more than $100,000 in benefits by claiming she had a workforce injury, but at the same time was competing in dog agility events. A plea deal would sentence 57-year-old Lisa Schaefer of Glenwood to community service and restitution instead of prison time. Schaefer's attorney says his client is a good person who made a mistake that she's correcting. They're a little shop on the side of the street, but the coffee they make makes a big impact. The Valley Today's Abby Kirchner joins us live this morning from North Star Coffee as we continue our coffee series this morning. Good morning, Abby.
Good morning, Lisa. I'm here at North Star Coffee on 2nd Ave with Gina Cook, who is the owner of North Star Coffee, and we have customers, so she's a little busy, but I just wanted to talk about some of their fun seasonal fall favorites. Okay, so really quickly though, I am in love with this, and your cold brew is perfected.
Right, and I'm trying to remember what
Pumpkin and vanilla.
Oh, yes. So she wanted a cold brew, which we've worked on this summer, and it took a little while, and we got a lot of feedback from customers, and it's been very popular, and Erica helped me with it. Anyway, she wanted cold brew with a little bit of pumpkin syrup and some sugar-free vanilla.
Yes.
Right? Oh, and almond milk, too.
She nailed it.
Yep.
She just knows her customers by heart, and that's what's so fun. But also, really quickly, what do we have here? Because this is a fun drink, and I think kids would love this.
This is a blue raspberry Italian soda, which has no caffeine, but probably a lot of sugar. But anyway, it's an Italian soda, so it's a flavoring with soda water, and then we put some cream, and then, of course, whipped cream. And we also have some sugar-free syrups that you can put with it, too, for those people that don't need the sugar rush.
Right.
Anyway, that's an Italian soda, and the kids love those.
And I love the seasonal menu. We have s'mores, we have caramel apple, we have the pumpkin. But what's nice is you can get those all year round. They just don't have to be in the fall.
Absolutely. They don't have to be in the fall. And in fact, we're making something non-fallish right now. And for our customer, Lita, sitting over there, she wants a peanut butter cup cappuccino smoothie, which is peanut butter and chocolate, and which is my favorite drink, by the way.
Oh, that's what we tried a little bit. I tried this one off air, and it tastes like a Reese's peanut butter cup. It was absolutely delicious. So you're going to want to stop at North Star Coffee. There's 4 different locations, and we'll have all those online at valleynewslive.com. But you can really get creative here. Enjoy some of their fall favorites, but really make your own creation as well.
I love it. They all sound delicious. Abby Furchner reporting live. Thank you. Let's get our answer now to our question of the morning on Facebook. Only 19% of people say they would be willing to buy a used one of these. Well, the answer, a hat. That was a popular guess as well. And of course, you do need to wear your winter hat this morning, hopefully a used one.
Yeah, right. And maybe you're outside working on clearing out the snow still in some places. We are melting that away here in the forecast. Today is looking pretty good with dry conditions, temperatures into the 30s to some low 40s.
The Valley Today continues. You can join us right now for more live up-to-the-minute news and weather on the Fargo CW.